In this video, I would like to talk about BC and Manitoba's PNP draw results and why Saskatchewan draws have been smaller this year. Results from PNP draws for the week of March 7 to March 11, 2022, most Canadian provinces and territories, except for Quebec and Nunavut, operate their own Provincial Nominee Programs, PNPs. These programs invite interested candidates to apply for a provincial nomination. If the invited candidates receive the nomination, they are then able to use it to support their application for permanent residence. This week, 3 Canadian provinces held draws inviting immigration candidates to take the next step on their pathway to permanent residence. Now, let's about Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program. The Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program, SINP, invited a total of 85 immigration candidates to apply for a provincial nomination on March 8. Compared to draws from other years, Saskatchewan's draws have all been smaller this year. So far in 2022, Saskatchewan has invited a total of 225 candidates to apply, compared to 1975 candidates invited by March 11, 2021. EOI draws invite persons with experience in education and in-demand occupations who do not have employment offers, a media spokesperson from the Saskatchewan government wrote in an email to CIC News. The SNP prioritizes applications from persons with employment offers from Saskatchewan employers to address urgent labor shortages. As we have received a higher number of applications from persons with employment offers in recent months. The EOI draws have been adjusted to reflect that, in the March 8 invitation round 39 invitations went to express entry candidates and 43 invitations went to occupations in demand candidates. The minimum expression of interest score requirement was 87 for both categories of candidates, and they needed to have work experience in one of 31 occupations. In response to the crisis in Ukraine, Saskatchewan also issued 3 invitations to express entry candidates who are living in Ukraine. Saskatchewan had also done this on March 4, inviting 36 Ukrainians to apply for a provincial nomination. Now, let's talk about Manitoba Provincial Nominee Program. The Manitoba Provincial Nominee Program, MPNP, invited 120 candidates to apply on March 10. The invitations were divvied across 3 immigration streams: skilled workers in Manitoba, 50 invitations with a minimum score of 781, skilled workers overseas, 34 invitations with a minimum score of 718, and international education stream, 36 invitations with no score requirement. Out of all who were invited to apply, 33 had profiles in the express entry system. On March 9, Manitoba held a special draw for Ukrainians. Canada issued 71 invitations to Ukraine citizens who have an expression of interest profile in Manitoba's pool of candidates. Invitations were issued to those who had a Canadian language benchmark of at least 4 in all skill sets according to a valid language test. Candidates also need a connection to Manitoba, such as a close relative, a family member, community, previous employment or studies in the province. They also need to score at least 60 points according to the MPNP's assessment criteria. Now, let's talk about British Columbia Provincial Nominee Program. The British Columbia Provincial Nominee Program held its weekly round of invitations on March 8. A total of 204 BC immigration candidates received invitations to apply for a provincial nomination. The province held 2 draws through the Skills Immigration and Express Entry BC streams. Invitations were issued to those from the skilled worker, international graduate as well as entry-level and semi-skilled subcategories of SI and EEBC streams. The majority of the invitations, 191, were sent through a general draw. These candidates received invitations if they met the minimum score requirements between 77 and 128 depending on the program for which they are eligible. Another draw targeted candidates whose occupation falls under NOC 0621, Retail and Wholesale Trade Managers, or NOC 0631, Restaurant and Food Service Managers. That draw resulted in 13 invitations with minimum scores of 128 across the board. Throughout the pandemic, British Columbia has been conducting a separate round of invitations twice a month targeting these 2 occupations. These separate draws are being held due to the high number of candidates from particular labor market sectors who are registered in the province's skills immigration registration system. Now, let's talk about express entry and non-express entry PNPs. There are two types of PNPs: enhanced PNPs, which invite candidates from the express entry system, and base PNPs, which operate through the province's own application management system. Through enhanced PNPs, nominated candidates automatically get 600 points added to their comprehensive ranking system score. This award primes them to receive an invitation to apply for permanent residence in a subsequent express entry draw. Base PNP applications are in the process of going more digital. Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada has soft-launched a permanent residence online application portal that allows some base PNP applicants to apply online. IRCC told CIC News in an email the portal is expected to be fully implemented for all applications in the spring or summer. In the end, I would like to request you please like the video and subscribe Canada Immigration Explore YouTube channel, and also share this video to your friends and family members for Canada immigration updates. Thank you, see you in the next video, take care.